Yes guys, what is going on? Harry here, welcome back to another video. Lads, it is a big day. We have the brand new transitional phase of Sorare between now, the 26th of March, up until August. And things look a little bit different around here now. UI has completely changed. I think it looks absolutely amazing. So we've got the Premier League comp, which has always been there, but now we have the in-season and the classic version. We have Champions, which was, Champions anyway, Challenger, Contender, and then we have the Under-23 Special Weekly MLS, and we have, of course, still Global All-Star, and then the Cap 220, 40, and 70, and of course the training. And yeah, I just want to say, first of all, I think the UI is unbelievable. I really didn't expect it to look like this. I didn't pre-test it or anything. I literally had no expectations going into it, and yeah, I've got to be honest, it looks amazing. It looks way better than it did before. We can definitely say that. Yeah, I'll run you through a few of my divisional situations for Premier League, Champion, and go through them all basically. But yeah, we're in Division 2 for in-season. We're in Division 2 for Classic. And our second teams would be in Division 3. For Champion, I've got a Super Rare team in Division 2. But I don't really have a Champion contingency, to be honest. So I definitely won't be playing Champion Super Rare. But our in-season rare team is in Division 1, which is great. And our classic is also in Division 1. And then our second teams are in Division 2. Which Challengers is where it gets pretty interesting. So our super rare in-season and classic season are both in Division 1, which I'm really excited about. Second teams are in Division 2. And then our in-season rare is in Division 1 as well, as is the classic. So yeah, I do have quite a few sort of MLS and Portuguese league players, championship as well. So that's kind of why I think I'm highly ranked there. And then we also have our limited classic season in Division 4. And then for contenders, we're in Division 2 for in-season and classic at super rare level. And then for rare level, we are in Division 1 for in-season, Division 1 for classic, and then Division 2s. Our second teams are in Division 2s. There's no divisions for under-23 yet. But things look pretty fun at under-23. Like, not much has really changed. It's not multi-entry yet, but in August, if we have a look at the transitional blog that they released earlier today, it says somewhere, under-23 competition, to continue celebrating the scouting for our next big football talents, under-23 will remain as a core classic competition after the transition is complete in August. By then, we will also have divisions and multi-entry. So that's really fun. So from August onwards, you'll be able to play multi-entry, in under-23, whereas right now we can't do that. But just having a look at some of the prizes in under-23 rare, for example, this weekend. The one thing I did notice that kind of stood out to me was there's only 2 star rares given out. Normally, or previously, you'd see at least like 4 or 5, I would say. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Obviously, we don't have under-23 rare plus anymore. So I assume that maybe, we'd get more stars, but we don't. We've got 2. We've got less, it looks like, especially in under-23 rare. We've got 12 stars in under-23 limited. And then for super rare, there's no stars. There's never been stars, for the super rares. But there is a tier 1. We've got a tier 2 rare as well for the podium. And just under $1,000 for first place, which is pretty fun. And it pays down to 33 positions at super rare, which is relatively, I think, the same, to be honest. It's been around 34 to 35 over these last couple of weeks. So cap 240, cap 220, and 270 haven't really changed, if I'm being honest. The layout looks cool, and that has changed, but as far as prizes and stuff, that really hasn't. It looks like a tier 1 for first place. That's in 220, sorry, so no cash given out there, of course. If we move that to 240, move that to 240 rare, you've got the star rare at the top, tier 1 super rare, which is pretty fun. And then obviously, we have our targets, which I still haven't yet hit that 340 points target in rare. Hoping to do it this midweek, by the way. At limited level, this is 220. So you got a star rare at the top, paying down to 1,225 prizes, 28 prizes, sorry. 220 limited, you've got a star limited and a tier 3 rare there. As well as obviously the points targets down there. All-star, star rare for first, second, third, down to 5th, which is pretty decent. £650 or $635 at the top of that. We don't have any cash now paying, off the podium. Normally we had cash paying down to like 80 positions. That is now gone in All-Star, which is pretty sad, but, we knew it was coming. Same for limited, only cash for the podium. Obviously we've got training. We've seen under-23s. MLS Special Weekly's out right now, which was out this past weekend. It is going on for another 2 weekends. And the prize money does sort of progressively get bigger in all scarcities, which is pretty fun. I think, what is it? Yeah, $1,400 for first place at limited, which is always nice. And so outside of all that we've gone through, it would just be having a look at the prize pools. So we're in Champion Classic Season Super Rare here. First place gets a Tier 1 Super, as well as 3 reward boxes, but this is Division 2, so you only get standard boxes for that. But the probability, so this is first place in Div 2 Classic Champion. There's just over 0.5% of getting a Tier 2 Super, just under 2% of getting a Tier 5 Super, but, obviously 95% that you're going to get a level up, to boost up your players. In D1, though, you get the cash, in Super Rare and in every other scarcity in Division 1s of, Contender, Challenger, and Champion. And we're obviously in Champion right now, you get Star Rare for first place, which is very tasty. $2,000, and then you get the premium boxes, which have higher probabilities for the cards. You can even hit a unique in there, which is nuts, to be fair. Tier 3 unique, 1.5%. You're not going to hit them every time, obviously, right? But, the fact that they're in there, I can see them being, really, really popular, especially for, like, reward openings on, on a Tuesday and a Friday. It will be really cool to see them, those sort of streams and stuff. I think that would be really cool. If we go into, let's do Challengers. Let's do Challengers Classic. Yeah, so Challengers Classic. Let's have a look at the prize pool there. So this is Div 1. Challengers Rare Classic. You've got a Star Rare at the top, $800, sorry, and then 3 premium boxes. You can hit Super Rares in these. You've got a 1.7% chance at a Tier 3, just over a 1% chance at a Tier 2, just over 0.5% at a Tier 1, and 1/3% to get that Star Rare. But having 3 of them in one, from one lineup is, you're going to end up stacking a lot of these boxes, I think. I'm not saying everyone's going to be finishing first, but you know what I mean? Like, if you can hit a few different prizes in different positions at the classic, levels, and I think there's going to be loads of reward boxes to open. I'm not saying there's going to be cards in every one, because of course there's not going to be, but I do think it'll make for quite a fun rewards day for the most part. And then contenders, we can we'll have a look at the limited level here. So we go classic season contenders, view prize pool. This is Div 3, but let's have a look at Div 1. So it's a Star Rare, $350, and then 3 Elite boxes, where you can actually get up to Tier 2 Rares in there, which is pretty fun. Obviously, the probabilities are really low, but they'll be giving out a load of these boxes, and they pay down to 800th position, which I think is really cool. Be really interested to see how many players, at Limited, will be in Contender, Division 1, or, Classic Division 1. And then that goes down to Division 5, and then that then pays down to 890 positions there. But these are the light boxes or the limited boxes, in which obviously, the percentages are even lower than, the elite. But you've got like elite, premium, standard, I think, is the 3 different variations of reward boxes. But I think it does really change things as far as, just the excitement on rewards day, opening multiple boxes. You're not going to hit cards in each one, but even the, the level ups can be really, really useful. And honestly, like, it just feels like we're really entering a new era of Sorare, and it's been well overdue. I know we've known about this for the last couple of months now, but it's felt like we've been in limbo for a long time, and it's been a weird sort of phase. I think for one, I don't feel ready for this new sort of phase. Even though, things are changing, but things aren't in other ways. But there's not that many changes if you really think about it. The UI makes it feel like there is. But, we've known about these for a while now, and I think we are, sort of heading in, a really positive direction as far as where the platform is going, in my opinion. And all these changes, and how well they've been executed, we've always been quite critical, I think, as a community of, Sorare, living up to expectations a lot of the time. And this is one of the things that, hasn't gone wrong, to be fair. It was pretty smooth this morning. I'm really, really pleased to see it, go well for them. And as far as my sort of strategies, what am I playing? Am I playing Contender? Am I playing Classic? Am I playing in season? All that jazz. I am going to make a separate video for each competition, if that makes sense. So I'm going to make like a strategy for contenders, a strategy for champions, and then strategy for challengers, as well as the cap modes as well. I think we can't neglect those. I'll definitely be getting stuck into those 240s. Obviously the Premier League tournaments, MLS. There's loads to go through. I will be making a few separate videos highlighting, what my plans are, what have I brought in, who have I sold, what have I bought, and going through all that stuff. So hope you're excited for those, lads. Leave a like if you did enjoy this video. Let me know what you think of the new transitional phase. Do you like the UI? And I shall see you guys in the next one.